Okay, got a little bit interrupted there, but anyway, moving on. This one is actually pretty well doable. Just have to shoot down one thing. And this is the one I was talking about earlier. Okay. Sell some stuff, get the better rockets out of the bulkier ones. Or no, I won't just yet. We have the arena here. Do one more. Eliminating this guy should give what's needed. This is the kind of curve compensation I was talking about. Actually, I was wrong last time. This is probably one of the first ones that starts with a circle strafing. It's just more or less predicting where they're going to go and hitting them there. Problem is I need a few consistent shots to get them overheated. That'll do. Come on, charge into my rockets. I know you want to. And there he goes. Actually, a couple of them later, like Ace, for example. Frankly, the only way to really get them reliably with how fast they move is to overheat them and then just do nothing until there's a chance to reapply the overheat. Actually, I can kind of just lock up this guy. I can afford the AP and... Frankly, I only have 14 rockets left, so it's gonna have to be this way. Well, do that again. You can't be cooled off just yet. I'm pretty sure you have that emergency heater. And there we go. Not the flashiest, not the most impressive, but it works. Can I? Yeah, I should be able to buy the large rockets now. Alright. Oh, crap. Just short. Honestly, I don't necessarily need them, but I would kind of prefer it. So yeah, quads just have to have a very slight adjustment. Actually, I have a little bit less range on them because of their lower frame. One thing that's kind of weird, I tried applying this to LR as well. Like, I tried spreading out the Challenger on throughout all three of the portable versions, and I think they changed the rocket physics a little bit in that one. Because it was just suddenly, I was not able to hit a thing. And granted, they move differently, they don't strafe as much, they're a little bit more unpredictable, but it was still a drastic difference. Alright, let's do the same thing with you. Okay, go to your corner. Or don't go to your corner, I was hoping you would back up. Fine, I'll go to my corner. It's a good corner, I'm happy here. Like I said, you can basically just... If you can get something in a corner, you can just pummel them with these things. It's great. Or for that matter, a wall, because the AI just kind of assumes, you know, they're going to shoot you. There's no way that you're going to be able to shoot back at a wall. So why would you bother doing that? And Pylon is a gigantic pain. So I'm going to save him for later. So this one's just somebody else going through their first test, and you pretty much just dodge things for a little while. Actually, you can completely not do that, and it's a lot easier not to do that at all. Actually, it's a lot better to just hide between the buildings, because there's a ton of them, and even with the option of lock-on, it's pretty difficult. Except for maybe some of these ground ones. Yeah, these small rockets are spares anyway. I don't think it makes the timer go any faster if you blow any of them up, but figure that out. Little sliders are, frankly, where the majority of their damage comes from. You kind of need to stop and make sure that you're hitting when the bomb one shows up. Yeah, because all the rest of this was already fair in the starter AC.
Can't stop the exercise now. Take out that bomber.
So it comes from over here. It hasn't spawned in yet. Yeah, now it's spawned in, but we can't really see it yet. Oh, or I'm completely wrong, and it's all the way over there. That's a definite possibility. There we go. Not too challenging, but you can get swarmed by those little guys.
Good work.
As you can see, they're pretty much firing all the time, and...
Thank you, Raven.
Well, frankly, each one of them is still more dangerous than that crossback guy.
Good work.
Mission complete. Combat system.
I'm not sure why she gets such a far suckier test to start off with. But who knows? Maybe she pissed off their boss. Oh wait, that was... yeah, that was her. Okay. So she's grenade launcher guy's daughter. I think she's in the extra. He's somewhere up here. Hey, he's Trooper. This guy. Go figure, they're both looking for each other. Neither one bothers to actually look in the arena listings. If only they went past 50. Oh well. So as you can see, these large rockets are amazing, but this guy's annoying. And while granted, my accuracy is kind of lacking at the moment, he does that same jumping up and down thing. Although he still won't last very long. See, now, I know that I would be personally frustrated myself watching these kinds of misses. But frankly, every one of them is just kind of a twitch sort of thingish. For lack of a better description. But hell, give it a shot, you'll see what I mean. Just a change of scenery for this easy guy. And I mixed up the back where the large launcher is supposed to go. It's definitely on the left. Yeah, the trick with launching several shots as soon as the match starts doesn't work so much with tanks. I think there's only a couple exceptions to that, because most of them will fly straight up at the start of a match. Okay, so that's a generator to sell. So at different times I probably will be switching over to decoys, depending on who it is. So I'll be probably picking up some of those later. But for now... oh, my Burninator rockets. It's actually funny, I never appreciated these things until I first tried the rocket run. The problem with this guy, because of this rocket run situation, it's a lot more difficult to actually take him out before he has a chance to really get going with his torpedoes and whatnot. And you actually can punish some of the face huggers throughout the series with these things, thankfully. I don't know why I never thought about that for Evangel over an LR. But anyway. Actually, this is going a lot better than it did the first time. some reason he's only sticking to his pistol. Like, if he starts spamming with his torpedoes and you get overheated and then you get slowed down, it's just a problem. Burn. Or not. Yeah, he's done. And that's kind of what I mean, but he didn't do a whole lot of damage. And as before, clearing out the arena as soon as it's available. More or less. Before the plot eats them. I don't know why I wasted a couple rockets there, I couldn't have hit him anyway. They would just go over his head. I think when he shows up in the story, it's actually just a couple of large rockets to kill him. And it only takes 4 to begin with. Oh, 4 good shots anyway. There we go. Actually, the sad part about not having a left-hand howitzer for this run, it's kind of a cool glitch that you can do, that if you launch it right as the end of a match or mission or whatever is going, basically they'll just hold it up. Kind of looks cool. Yeah, I want the part.
Combat system engaged.
The survey team needs assistance. Hurry up and find them.
Move it! We need help now!
They'll be fine. Shocked to no one, but these little guys are always a problem in this run. At least these are the calming music sewers.
Survey team identified. Make sure they get to the escape point.
Yeah, code enforcement is pretty hardcore in the future. I really thought about it, but that's pretty much what they're doing down here.
Over there!
Dead. Dead. And we got some missiles off, so that's not great. Actually, I think it's better to just stand on the right side here. Just to make sure they can't get a shot off. I never changed the color scheme. How have I not changed my color scheme? This is unacceptable.
Closing in.
This guy needs to be all black and brown and look like a potato.
Stop him!
There we go. And they're home free.
We made it. Thanks for the help.
Mission complete. Combat system disengaged.
You'd think they would have it facing sideways. Okay, so sound these things. Getting Yeah, you know what, these are probably worthwhile for now. And now, the most important part. This guy must look like potato to be a potato. Otherwise, he's just not taking his potato launching seriously. There, that'll work. Actually, no. Needs to be glowing red with potatoiness. There, got all that weird mushroom crap growing out of him. So let's see, what's next? I gotta get rid of Doral. You know, the mission where this guy shows up, kind of one over on the docks. Surprisingly, that's one of the ones that you'd think would be kind of difficult in this kind of run, and frankly, it's almost like it's built for it. If you can get some upper legs, you can basically just snipe everybody out of the water. And then he comes along and, well, you can just completely ignore him. You know, I never noticed that it said susceptible on the bottom of their emblem. They are susceptible to just about everything. It's accurate. Which I think their most difficult thing is when they kneel down and have to aim slightly down. It's the most advanced technique. Well, that's just tragic that you can't move. I've gotta respect that they weren't cheating. And you know, I still want to do a run with this build at some point. This guy can either be really easy or just suck. Again, because of the random movement. It all depends how well these large rockets go, which so far are very well. But he does charge, so if you just go backwards, I usually get some shots off on him. Now, as far as fine aiming while going relatively fast-ish, actually just tapping L1 and R1 whenever there's a chance to adjust a little bit. I mean, obviously it's not enough most of the time, but It's at least a little bit more likely. A little bit more likely is all the difference. And that should end him, hopefully. There we go. And then Doral will be the end of it for now. Gonna cut it off. Just have to make sure it didn't just melt itself or something. For some reason the format that OBS puts out is not the favorite thing of itself for whatever reason. By which I mean it's just a pain to convert. And with all of these extra shots, you can kind of see why I pack on so many rockets. It's not ideal. I know my aim is far from perfect, and I'm sure there's people that can just friggin' snipe these things with perfect accuracy all the time, but I'm not those people. And well, that's just fine, frankly. I think this guy just drained himself again. And he is over. And got a free FCS to sell. Is the left rocket available? Yeah, the left rocket I think becomes available near the end. Or maybe in Silent Line. You know, you'd honestly think I know, but for some reason I don't. Anyway. Hand rocket. And the mid-missiles that I'll be replacing are the ones you get from the dam. Okay. So that's it for the first part.